investing may not be for you. Hear me out. I know you've been buried currently with a lot of information on the internet about investing, and you're already feeling like you need to get on with your investing journey and start making your money work for you like everyone else. Just maybe that is not the right strategy or the right time for you at this point. Today, I will be sharing with you 4 situations where investing in stock market can be a setback rather than a progress for you. So number 1, you're carrying debt. Let me show you a simple math. If you have £5,000 in savings, earning say 4%, while you have £5,000 in debts, which is costing you 18%, on the savings you would earn £200 in a year, and the debts will cost you £900 in a year. That's like taking 2 steps forward, 9 steps backward. Even if you invest that money in S&P 500, knowing also that the market can rise and fall, you may not even get £900 from that investment in that year. So when you pay off a debt with 18% interest rate, you're effectively getting a guaranteed tax-free 18% return on your money. So it is important that high debt such as credit card is dealt with first before considering investing. If you have a mortgage or a large loan, you need to understand how the bank works. In the early years of a loan, for example, mortgage, almost all your money goes towards interest, not the actual balance. By making extra payments now, you're not just paying a bill, you're killing future interest before it has a chance to grow. So if you have a large loan, try to make extra payments. Extra payments in a year can save you tens of thousands in interest, and it can shave off years, off your debt. Investing is great, don't get me wrong, but stopping a leak is often more powerful than trying to fill a bucket that has holes in it. Let's get to number 2. You have no emergency fund. Investing is not for you yet if you don't have this fund in place. The truth is, life happens. Sometimes unexpectedly, something will just stop working, something that needs fixing. You may need to change a job, you may lose a job, you may need to fix your car. And I know we all say, God forbid, but hope is not a strategy. A strategy is having a plan in place, having an emergency fund in place such that if the unexpected happens, you do not fall into complete chaos. Without a financial cushion, because that's what it is, you're forced to pull money out of your investments, and this may be at the worst possible time. And that means you may be taking a loss that could have been avoided. Think of an emergency fund like a foundation. Investing without one is like building a mansion on sand. It looks good, shiny, until the first storm hits. But when you've got, say, 3 to 6 months worth of expenses saved somewhere, you can invest with confidence. You are not panicking when life throws a curveball. You're staying consistent and you're letting your investment grow. And by that, you're keeping your long-term plan intact. So before you chase returns on investment, it is important that you build for yourself some safety nets. You see, some members of my community are doing both at the same time, especially those that are starting their investment journey late. So what I advise is prioritize the emergency fund. So let's say you have £100 to part with on a monthly basis. Give 80 to 90% to your emergency fund and give 10% to your stocks investment. With that, you don't lose the enthusiasm of investing. They want to invest. So they don't lose that. They are doing the two at the same time. And when the emergency fund is fully saved, they can divert the 100% into investing for the future. Okay, so now let's get to number 3. You need back your money in less than 2 years. Someone asked me once if she can invest her house deposit in the stock market, pending when she is ready to go through the mortgage process, which will be, say, less than 2 years. I told her, no, don't do that. One of the biggest mistakes people make is investing money they will need in 1 year or in 2 years or even in 3 years into the stock market. At the time you're doing it, it feels productive, like you're putting the cash to work, But short-term investing is basically gambling. Markets move up and down every single day. And if you suddenly need that money for your house deposit, in the case of this person, or you need it for school fees, or you need it for a big life change, you might be forced to withdraw during a market dip. And that means losing money because the timing wasn't on your side. So when your timeline is 2 years or less, or even 3 years, honestly, safety matters. Safety matters more than growth. Don't get tempted with all those Instagram reels and ads that guarantee your return. No one can predict reliably, consistently, how the stock market would react. If your timeline is short, this is the stage where your money should be parked somewhere stable. Savings accounts, high interest savings accounts, maybe some cash products, or other low risk options like fixed deposits. Investing, I always say, is powerful, but it rewards patience. So protect your short-term plans by keeping that money out of the stock market. Your future self would appreciate that peace of mind and stability that it brings. Number 4, you should not be investing if you do not understand the stock market enough. A lot of people feel pressure to get in early, Let's quickly get in. Let's start investing in the new stock. What's that trend in crypto? What's that, thing that we should put our money on? That thing that, everyone on social media is hyping up. They would hype it up so much that it will be so tempting that you almost think you're the only one not investing at that time. As a proper Ijebu girl that I am, I do not part with my money unless I understand that thing enough. If you explain and I still don't understand, it's all right. I pass. I won't put my money on it. So please, if you don't understand what you're investing in, you're not investing, you're guessing. And guessing with your money is a fast way to lose it. When you don't know how something works, you can't judge the risk. You can't spot the red flags and you cannot make confident decisions. So real investing is about clarity. When you understand an investment, how it makes money, what could go wrong, and whether it actually fits into your own personal situation, then you can stay calm even when things are not going as smooth as you expect, But if you don't, you would panic. And I tell people, putting your money in the stock market and panicking would make you make wrong decisions. So if you can't explain it simply, then you're not ready to invest in it. And this is why we set up wealth quotas. Every member gets a personal and holding. We explain and we tailor every member's personal situation, personal finance situation to their investment strategy. No bubuero, no, it's not. I always say investing is not one size fits all. We all have our different financial peculiarities. So we handhold you through the process. And members will go on to say that the part they love the most is where they get to share their screen and they are told to click on something, on the investing app, and they are told why they need to click on it. The only way to be a confident investor is to know why you do what you do. If you want this level of handholding and guidance, then join our community. I'll leave the link in the description box. If this video has made sense to you, you will also like my video on how you can change your finance story, your finance trajectory in just 6 months. And I'll see you there.